Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. So today I wanted to make a quick little video for twin flames in terms of being able to check how they are moving along on their twin flame journey, whether you are making the necessary energetic shifts that are needed in order to come into union. So this video is going to kind of help walk you through 3 key questions that you can ask yourself to determine your progress. And that'll kind of tell you if you're falling off track or moving in the right direction. Now, the first question is, am I addicted to my twin flames energy? Now, remember that as long as you are addicted to your twin flames energy, this means that you are searching for them on the outside. You are focused on the outside world. You are checking what they're doing on social media, waiting for them to contact you, thinking about them, visualizing about their future. So, even if you're not in contact with them and you are just thinking about them, this means you are addicted to their energy. There is still a looping cycle in your mind with your twin flame. And, to check if you are addicted, any one of these signs will let you know that you are. Now, if you have been dedicated to this journey where you are doing your meditation, when you start to shift energetically, you kind of, really move away from those thinking patterns, seeing what your twin is doing outside, because that's only hurting your path to union. So if you are still saying to yourself that I am addicted, all I can do is think about the twin, then that means you are not making the necessary energetic shifts you need to on this journey. And therefore, you need a lot more work. So that's your first clue that, you've got a lot of work ahead of you in order to come into union. So if you're just waiting for union to happen and you have not made this shift, keep going. You're going to need to do the work and really disconnect from your twin in any shape or form, which means no contacting them, no reaching out to them. And even if they're reaching out to you, not really engaging with them. You really need to detoxify and, not be engaging in this connection if you're going to be shifting. Now, the second question you want to ask yourself is, am I at peace within? Now, this really has to do with detachment on your twin flame journey. In order to really, find that peace within and to really make that successful progress on your meditation journey, you are going to need to detach from the outside. And that peace really comes from understanding that you are in a flow of life, and no matter what happens, whatever comes your way is what's best for you. So detaching from the outcome of coming into union with your twin is key, but that doesn't happen as, a mental shift for yourself. You don't say to yourself, it's okay if I don't come, into union with my twin. This is something you feel within once you've made the necessary energetic shift in your meditation. So this will all come to you from meditation. And as you ascend and you progress, and you start to transform, you start to see other good things come toward you, and you see the natural flow of life, you will have this natural acceptance. Now, so as I mentioned again, this is not something that you'll just be able to say to yourself, I'm strong, I'll be okay if I don't come into union. This has to happen on the inside. And, if you speak to any of the twins that have actually come into union, they will let you know that they weren't really attached to the outcome when it actually happened. They had made those necessary shifts within, understanding that they trusted, in the divine and that higher intelligence, really to take care of the path. And you no longer felt that tug and pull of, chasing after somebody or feeling like you weren't going to survive if you didn't end up with that one person that was in your mind, which in this case is your twin flame. So really making that energetic shift. If you still envision your life with your twin flame, that's okay. But if you are still putting in the work to get to where you need to get to, that you can actually reach this sort of a place where you no longer feel the need to, end up with your twin, then that's a great place to be. At least you know that you are moving in the right direction so that you can come to this place of detachment with, your twin and that idea of union with your twin. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm saying that the ease of what comes with your progress on this journey is a must. So you must feel like, you are detaching from that. And if you can really feel that peace within, then you are headed in the right direction. Question number 3 that you want to ask yourself really has to do with what shifts and changes have you seen within your own self, your own transformation on your twin flame journey that lets you know that you are headed in the right direction. And this really comes with your ascension process and the entire transformation that you really go through on your ascension journey. And the questions that you can kind of ask yourself is really, some indicators would be, I now speak less, I listen more, I've become a great listener. This is a shift that I've noticed within me as I've ascended on my twin flame journey. I have a lot more compassion for others. Those that I had a negative relationship with, I no longer resent them. I have compassion for them. I have forgiveness for them. Like, these are some of the things that you will start to see, that you really go through, move through, and shift through. And that is something that starts to kind of show outwardly in your real world. You may have reached a place of, seeing some visions, seeing some colors in your meditation. That's great as well. That means you are headed in the right direction. But if you haven't seen anything or heard anything, some of the other things that I mentioned earlier are great signs as well. You may have been somebody that was really upset or angry with life prior to your journey. And now, as you've started to meditate, that has kind of fallen away. Maybe, let's say, you had a huge throat chakra block where you weren't able to express your feelings to others. And now that you've noticed that you're able to stand up for yourself more, you're able to communicate more effectively. So there's a multitude of things that you can really take a look at to determine your progress in terms of energetically, how have I shifted? And that is a great indicator. If you're getting any of those, and you could probably draft a list. Maybe you've seen multiple things, multiple changes within you. So if you could write that down for yourself, and you can really see how you've come a long way in the last 6 months to a year, however long you've been on this journey in terms of trying to make the energetic shifts, that will let you know that you are on the right track and you are making the necessary shifts to get to that, higher state of consciousness and really reach that union with your twin. Always remember that your twin is just responding to your energy. As long as you are focused on the outside, they will not make the necessary shifts they need to in order to come into union with you. You must make the energetic shifts. And as you do, you will reach that higher vibration, those higher states of consciousness, and that will compel your twin to really meet you where you are at. Just remember that even if they come in for temporary union, that is not going to last unless you are an energetic vibration to each other. You must rise above duality in order to come together. So keep going on this journey. Do not be focused on the outcomes, focused on union is really not where you want to be. You want to be focused on your own personal power, your own personal sovereignty. And as you do that, you will make the necessary energetic shifts in order for union to naturally come together when it's time. Thank you so much for listening. I really hope this was helpful. God bless.